I did become a flight attendant because it was an attractive job. It's something I had always thought about doing, and ultimately it is driving my passions on the side, funding my passions on the side. My name is Nicholas Alston. I'm 27 years old. I make $51,000 a year, and I split my time between Canton, Michigan, and Columbus, Ohio. One of the things about being a flight attendant is seniority is actually a very big thing. The longer you've been with the company, the more you get paid, and also the better trips and the better schedule you may have. What drew me to becoming a flight attendant was a conversation I had with one of my rugby teammates a couple of years ago. After talking to him, he told me more about the job. He told me that he was able to travel the world, and also at the time he was making a good hourly rate, which was more than I ever heard or more than I ever thought was possible being a flight attendant. So right after that conversation, I did my research and I started applying. Right now, I'm only 2 years in, so I'm at the second tier, the very bottom of the pay scale. But after we cap out, that should double to around $69 an hour. I will commute to Michigan by plane on Friday, and then whenever I report to my trip on Saturday, I head to the airport. And from Saturday to Monday, I am just flying around the country, bumping here, bumping there, usually laying over in 2 different cities. I usually work 3-day trips, laying over somewhere on Saturday, laying over somewhere on Sunday, and ending up back in Michigan on the end of the trip. One of the big hacks that I really like as far as being a frequent traveler or being a flight attendant is my airport lounge access that I get with my American Express Platinum card. And that actually cuts down on my grocery bill because I'm in these lounges potentially 2 to 4 times a week. I really do enjoy them. I try to bid for cities where I know somebody, so I try to visit a friend, visit some family, hang out with them. Heading over to Kroger right now to get a few things from the grocery store. I don't buy too much fancy ingredients. I just buy food that I think will pack well for my trips while I'm in Canton. I probably spend more money on restaurants for me and my girlfriend whenever we travel or we are in Michigan. The food budget sometimes gets higher than I think it should be, and I would like to save and invest a little bit more, but since food is a passion, food is something I do for a living, I don't mind splurging a little bit. Making my way to the commissary kitchen right now, I was like, hey, breakfast, why not everything be handheld, everything on the menu you eat with your hands? And ultimately, when the pandemic happened, I was a little bit hesitant to invest a big sum of money into the food truck asset. So I decided to go with the delivery and pickup only model. So a ghost kitchen is what they're calling it nowadays. Having such a new business and not being profitable just yet, it does worry me. I do think about it. I'm happy that my plan is to take money from my main job and to put it into the business and keeping that going until I can ultimately stop that, and ultimately me learning that people really enjoyed my food, saying it's one of the best breakfast sandwiches it has, motivates me. And my long-term goal is very ambitious. I want to, of course, make this a profitable business. Right now, we have a French omelet sandwich that we need to make, and we're going to be making a nice velvety omelet in the pan, and we're going to put it on a nice piece of bread with a good smear of cheese, a garlicky herb cheese. Detroit style pizza is so good. It's a deep dish, square. The crust is buttery and it's just so good. In Canton, I am actually renting a room in a condo. I'm here to sleep and then ultimately go to the kitchen to start working, and they have been gracious enough to let me stay here rent-free. I don't necessarily contribute too much to the household. That is helping me save money, and ultimately down the future, my parents will be taken care of by me. I hope to sow money into their lives for all the great things they have done for me to support me. When I first started paying my student loans, I actually was just making money from eBay and Uber and DoorDash. So I got a job in the hospitality field working on that food truck, making $15 an hour plus tips and a little bit of overtime, and that kind of kick-started my high gear into paying off those loans. Each month I try to hit a target for saving. My take-home pay, I would ultimately like to save 50% of it, but right now it kind of hovers around maybe 35 to 45%. I am saving for potentially buying an income property. I am saving to put in my business. And ultimately, I am trying to keep that emergency fund up to date with my lifestyle. I do want to keep on accelerating my assets and growing my net worth. And ultimately, in 10 years, I want to be close to that $1 million figure. And my hopes is to be a person that has good means, be comfortable, be able to cover all my life and then some, sow money back into those who helped me, and to be able to help others.